Oh, let's go. Oh, go. Oh, go. In Web3, it's going Hello all and welcome all. I'm your host Lou, and today we have a jam-packed show for you with a great special guest. Yo, hello everybody, welcome. This is RugRadio, and they tried to rug us, but we are still here. A shout out to my producer, my co-host JPEG. She is pulling levers, fucking spinning knobs, jumping, swinging from the rafters to get this show up and running. Goodness gracious, do they try to spin it on us every single day. We're also live via YouTube. Yes, go check it out. Go check us. We're smiling. We're beautiful. We're looking good. My host, my guest, y'all stay there. You already know I got some red tape to read off. Woo! Woo! I'm coming in here excited today. Episode 36. Hell yeah. We keep it consistent. We have been doing this since October 2022. Haven't missed a Thursday. Haven't missed a show. Yes, we keep doing it, baby. So with that, we have a great show with a great special guest, a guest that helped me actually get this stuff up and running, helped me do Spaces in the past. With that, I got some ground rules. Y'all know what we do here. It's an hour-long space. First 30 minutes, laser focused on our guests. They can be long-winded. They can take the whole 30 minutes to answer one question if they want to do that. I love that. Last 30 minutes, we'll open it up, Q&A. Anybody wants to come up, add some content or whatever they want to do, add some context. God, I hate that content word. It gets caught in there, y'all, because I see it every single day on the timeline. And I'm trying to provide good content, not just anything, all right? With that, please give us feedback, drop a comment, retweet the space if you're liking it, if you're vibing with it, follow our guests today. Also understand that the views expressed in this show are those of the speakers alone. DYOR NFA. With that, JPEG, how are you today?
I'm feeling rug radio.
It's ruggy out here. I mean, shit. I had my money on Mark, over Elon. I think, if they're really going to do this cage fight, somebody needs to get in the gym. If you've ever been in a fight, oh my gosh, like the first 30 seconds feels like 30 minutes. So I don't know what's going to go on with that. Thank you, JPEG. Give JPEG a follow. Maybe go buy some of her art. You know what I mean? She's doing it out here. I'm screaming, and she stays humble. She's got humility and she's humble. With that, I got to give a big, warm welcome to our guest today, Cody Hartley, or we'll just call him Hartley, or whatever Hartley wants to go by. And I want to say this, a little background story, okay? Before I ever was a Rug Radio host, before I ever had this show that we've established here, yes, we're established now. Before we ever had that, me and Cody did a Spaces a while back just talking about glass, talking about bongs, fucking love bongs, talking about aliens, talking about NFC chips. Coming to find out, our guest has an NFC chip implanted in his hand. That's going to be something we talk about today a lot. But we're going to talk about other stuff too. With that, Cody, welcome to the show. How are you today, my friend?
What is going on, Rug Radio? Thanks for having me. I'm stoked to be here with you, Boo. It's been a minute since we've been on the Spaces together, and flashbacks to NFCs and fucking bongs. Clearly, I got my mothership beside me as we're going through this space. Stoked to be here. Looking forward to chatting more about the fact that, yeah, I do have an NFC in the palm of my hand. And yeah, it's great.
Put that hand up to the camera real quick. Put it up there. Let's see that hand. It looks like a normal hand. It's in there.
It's literally right here.
Yeah.
Like,
check out the stream on YouTube, y'all. You can follow along too, and you can be in Twitter Spaces. Yes, if we're doing it, you can do it. All right, Cody, let's back up here. You dropped a lot there. Let's back up here. Who is Cody? Where are you from? Where are you based? And kind of how did you get into the Web3 space?
So, born and raised Bellingham, Washington, and I basically grew up between Bellingham and Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm currently living out of Vancouver, and I got into the web space right as CloneX was coming out. I ironically was like going through Pokemon cards and shit, and my roommate came up to me and he's like, you know what? You would be perfect for collecting NFTs. Now, with that in mind, he explained to me that there were some crazy mints coming out. CloneX was ironically one of them. I said, nah, I'll probably hold back a little bit and I'll start with something super small. First NFT ever was a Magic Mushroom Clubhouse NFT. And then I ended up just started doing my own little bit of research, got into another NFT. It was like Grandpa Ape Country Club, I think it was. And then was with them for a while. And then I seen that Takashi Murakami was doing a flower raffle. Now, let me tell you, I am such a fan for real life art, and knowing that Takashi Murakami had done physical pieces and was doing a digital collection, you know damn well I had to jump in on that. And then it turned out that CloneX was done by Takashi, and my brain just kind of flew over that. And yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting in, but I'm telling you, now's the time. I got some ETH saved up. My next IRL pay is going towards my fucking CloneX. I'm telling you, it has to happen.
Hell yeah. DYOR though, DYOR. This is
yes.
And Cody's been here for a while, y'all. Like he said, like he's been here for a while. He's been watching the project. You actually hold a few artifact assets, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I own Monolith X, and then I got myself the Takashi Murakami Drip Air Force One shoes, and then I burnt them for the physicals. And yeah, I'm stoked to get those, hopefully for Christmas. That's my wish list for Christmas. And yeah, super excited to be putting those into my collection.
So you were so bullish on this space as a whole that you wanted to actually get an NFC chip put in your hand. And just so everybody knows, NFC chip doesn't stand for non-fungible chip, correct?
No, that's correct. It's near frequency chip. So essentially, by putting a piece of technology up to it that can put out a frequency, it will read its code. And yeah, that's pretty much where it's at. And oh, there's my beautiful Murakami drips and my Gasai 22 ticket. I got some Cabrios that are staked.
He's jumping over here, everybody, for those in the Twitter Spaces, for those in their car, for those on the train, for those on a plane who cannot see the feed right now. Jay has pulled up his wallet, and she's going through his beautiful collection right now in the background, because we have those capabilities. We can change the streamer on the bottom. So when you wanted to get this NFC chip put in your hand, tell me what that's kind of like. And there's a delay here. Can we turn the audio down or something? Or am I too loud on your speaker? It's like we're playing Halo.
No, you're not loud at all.
Jay, we're good? Because I feel like
You sound great.
I hear like a delay, but maybe it's just me. All good.
All good?
Yeah, so Cody, tell us the process. You like saw an NFC chip and you wanted to get it put in your hand. How did that start out?
So I actually ended up moving in with a roommate by the name of Russ Fox. He is a body modification specialist, and it had turned out that he had helped bring some NFC technology to the real world by implanting it into his hand and using it to not only be the keys to his house, a social media link. It's the key to his motorcycle. It's the key to his safe. He's got all of these crazy real life utilities that I didn't comprehend that could be at the touch of a hand. And that might be more like biometrics in the future with fingerprint reading, but at the same time, to just be able to have something that's soul bound to you, you know, is not going anywhere. You can just walk up, tap your door, walk in. You don't have to pick up any keys ever again. It's done. You're just clear minded, and you can just focus on your day.
So did he like cut you open? Like, you know, you guys were roommates. Did he like put you on the table, slice your hand open, or did he send you to somebody you trusted and know? Like, I mean,
no. So he's
like,
actually
is it like getting breast implants? Is it similar to that?
No, it's actually a super simple process, and he is actually like qualified and certified to do body modifications and piercings and all of these different things. That I literally put my hand on the table. It was as clear as a syringe, and a simple injection took 30 seconds.
It's like a big tube, like
a
needle tube, and it sends it down like in your under your skin.
Yeah, so it was literally a micro needle tube. So think of like the size of a Q-tip, with a very more finer point. And it's the NFC is encased in a saline solution, so you know that it's sterile. And then you simply just inject that into the palm of your hand, and literally, he just had me make a fist, and he found the most muscular point or tender point on my hand, and just simply injected it and slapped a Band-Aid on it. It took about a week to get used to the feeling of, you know, clenching my palm and having it be like protruding from the top of my hand. But after a week, it felt right as rain. And I've used it as a house key. I've used it as my safe key. That's how you're gonna have to take my hand if you want to get my ledger. I'm sorry.
Did you have to get numbed up to do this, or is it like getting a tattoo?
It's actually like getting a flu shot.
No numbing, just straight up
nothing, like nothing at all, and it's just as simple as like a poke. And it's just like getting an ear piercing.
And is it between like the layer of skin and like your muscle layer? Like, how does it like how long, like, is this in your body for the rest of your life now?
Yes, but I do have the option to take it out. It's literally as easy as a 1-inch incision and just popping it as kind of like a pimple. Does that make sense?
Totally. I mean, I think Jay and I watched that season of Dr. Pimple Popper by mistake, and it's like, you know, it's like, oh my God, I don't know if you've seen that.
Woo! Oh man, I tell you what, those pimple popping videos, back in the day, why? Just why?
I figured out what it was, y'all. It's my freaking ear pods, y'all. As helpful as those things are, they're a little troublesome sometimes. You know, when the things click in and, you know, the lids flopping up and down. That's what was the static going on here, y'all. I was like, it's my ear pods. Okay, all right, you know, okay. Sorry about that. Back to the regular program here. It's encased in glass, correct?
Yeah, so it's basically all done in glass, and when he went to inject it, it was just like a regular ass syringe with saline.
This is okay. So you have a safe. Do you have a motorcycle you've started up with, or any vehicles?
I don't yet. I'm waiting for the warranty to expire in my car so I can mess with the ignition.
Okay, let's go a little bit into that. Tell us about Man, we got a lot of car people up here on this show. Jay, what kind of car dudes are you attracting up here? Tell us what you got to do with the ignition. Is it similar like to like the, you know, when you get a DUI and you have to breathe into the interlock?
It's more so kind of like installing a fob and it's putting the fob reader into the ignition compartment and then wiring it to its computer and programming it to work.
Wow. How much has this affected your daily life, having this in you now? That you like, do you use it all the time? Is it something you use daily, or is it like maybe like once a week?
So I definitely use it more often now than I did at first. Like, sure, I use it as my everyday house key, which that is literally an impact on my daily life as it is. I use it as my social media output. So when I'm out and talking at like NFT Thursdays, or going out to the club and someone wants to get my Instagram or they want to check out my OpenSea, boom, tap your phone on my hand. It's as easy as that. Just like, yo, talk to the hand. Like, it's all right, literally right there. You just gotta put your phone there.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Jay, I love that. Talk to the hand. You're giving me ideas. All right, I have two things to think about with that when you're out there in public, right? Here, I have an NFC card right here. If you're on the stream, if you're looking, it's just a black card with the NFC chip inside of it. When I run out of business cards, I'm like, hey, give me your phone. Tap. They're like, oh snap, here you go. Boom. Business cards are still good though, because like sometimes people take them, pocket them, look them up later. Okay. How has this like been socially for you when you're not necessarily at an NFT or Web3 like thing, and you're just like, yeah, I have this in my skin? Because like looking from here, I don't see anything like it. It's not like you have a tattoo of like something like a zombie on your hand. People always said if you get your hands tattooed, you'll never work in corporate ever again. And I know friends of mine that have purposely gotten their hands tattooed so they wouldn't work in corporate. What's that been like?
They actually are kind of weirded out by the sense of like, why they ask me, why would you put a chip in your hand? First of all, because a lot of people are still foreign to biotechnology in the first place. Like, sure, we watch it on sci-fi films and we watch people, get enhanced and, do other ways of enhancing themselves. But at the same time, it's just another output. Like, if we rely on technology so much as it is, it's only a matter of time where we need something that doesn't take a lot of power. First of all, it literally takes, I think, 1.5 radio frequency in order to operate it. So like super, super small amount of output. We just need to be self-reliant for our technology. So like if we want to build this kind of shit, why not use it?
Man, I love that. And I love how when you answer a question, Cody, you answer it like in multiple parts. I really appreciate that. The other part of my question to that was, I'm an agent and I'm gonna, come up to you with my radio frequency and I'm gonna try to hack you or change it. How do you protect yourself from that?
It's password protected and it's encrypted.
So tell me, what would I run into as like a black hat hacker?
Essentially, you would come up to the password screen and you would have to have my brain in order to get that password. Because it's never been put on paper. It's never been put on any form of technology, and it's something that only a person would remember. You do get a standard issue password with each one, and it does come unlocked. So in the beginning process of that, I did sit there for the first 30 minutes and encrypt my chip to myself, put all of my information that only I would know in there. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward, actually.
Pretty boring, dry question, but what challenges have you faced with doing this? Are there any cons to this? And by the way, everybody, I got 10 more minutes with Cody, and then I'll let anybody up here that wants to come up, ask questions and all that. But yeah.
In terms of challenges, like in terms of healing, I couldn't necessarily make a full fist at first. Yeah, there's literally my hand on YouTube with chip in my hand. Yep, that's it. It's literally I would say a half an inch long, maybe a little more. But yeah, no. In terms of challenges, I would say that there is a bit of a social clash. So when people first hear about this kind of stuff, they're definitely asking me, why. And then if they don't necessarily like my answer because they're not, they're they might not be as forward thinking yet. They'll get there, but they're just not there yet. They just kind of shy away from conversating, and they might take that social media information in that moment, but they're not going to follow up or want to be engaging to who you are and what you're doing as a person.
Are you necessarily attracted to that social class? Because earlier, ladies and gentlemen, he mentioned a mothership, and if you don't know what a mothership is, I'll tell you, it's a bong. Okay, it's a glass smoking device that you smoke marijuana out of, but it's beautiful, it's incredible, it's artistic, it takes engineering, it takes a lot to make it. And I've seen them go for a couple $100 for a couple $100,000. The scene has gone so crazy. I mean, I've said it before on our spaces before, marijuana, aliens, look at skateboarding. It's an Olympic sport now. Are you attracted to social class? What brings you here? Or are you just a forward thinker and not everybody gets it yet?
I would say that I'm the forward thinker where it's like, I like my glass. Sure. Perfect. The mothership drop recently. Yeah, that was
hell yeah. Jay
last
set
week.
the bongs up on the screen for us so we actually know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, it's always good to have that research, and I appreciate JPEG and Boo for going out and doing that research for me. That means a lot.
Dude, yeah, you're the best, man. We love you and we support you. And again, if you're just joining this space, Cody helped me with one of my original spaces before I was a Rug Radio host. So do him a favor, love him, like him, follow him, retweet the space, like the room. I got 7 more minutes with him. I'll ask him another question that I always ask all my guests. Web3, right? What is it that you think could change about the space or improve, or just anything, or just something you like? It doesn't even have to be something you need to change.
Something that needs to change is the fucking high school attitudes on social media. Quit fudding your own bags, people. For real. Like, okay. I do want to say, Elon versus Zuck. I got my money on Zuck all day long. Zuck. Oh, man. He's skinny and he's gonna be quick. I'm sorry, Elon, but like, you gotta hit the gym a little bit. I love you, bro. I want your Tesla so bad, but you definitely got to hit the gym. Paulie versus fucking Ben. That's, my God. Like, why is it that we're sitting here for 7 minutes on Twitter Spaces talking so much shit and just fucking hash it out in person by yourselves? There's no need for a public escapade. And you're both ruggers, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but it's true. You're both fucking ruggers, and we need to call you out for this shit.
Yo, Cody can cook. You're allowed to vent up here. This is your opinion, and I love that. We went from Elon to people in the space, comparing those kind of people in the space. Man, yeah, I think if you're training and you're actually in the gym every day, I'm going to put my money on you, even though I'm not a big fighter physically. I do love to use my words though. But I was listening to Spaces the other day about humility, right? And it was incredible. They talked, I think it was like over an hour and a half about humility. And you're talking about, losing that high school mentality. What do you think is a good example of humility in the space that you've seen and or taken part in?
My mom always said to me, if you don't got something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's the first one. The second one, I definitely would say promote positive and forward thinking instead of downgrading a person. Maybe ask them why they think it this way. Maybe ask them what could maybe change their mind and maybe give them a better perspective. Transparency is key. Don't need to sugarcoat it. Definitely don't need to sugarcoat it. It stays zen. Like, don't let the trollers get to you. There will always be someone that doesn't like you. And touch grass and smoke it too.
Yo, clip that. Touch grass and smoke it too. Roll it, pack it, grind it up, all that good stuff. I love that. This is why we want to bring people like you on here to give you the spotlight, to give you the stage, to give you the mic, man, because I haven't really heard you out there in spaces necessarily. Maybe it's not your bag, you know what I mean? Like, and I get that. These spaces are tough. You saw he joined us 30 minutes before the call, y'all. We were going to do this all YouTube. Then the Twitter spaces jumped up. I'm like, we got to do it, even though it's more work, even though we're over here puffing, we're moaning. Ugh. With that, we got 4 minutes left, but I would love it if you guys want to already jump up, start asking some questions, hit that request button. Maybe you got some questions about NFC chips. The whole point of this space was not to, like, you know, I'm not going to start injecting people with NFC chips. Okay, that's not the point of this space. It was just to talk to an individual that's so bullish on this space. Not only are they buying crypto, not only are they buying NFTs going to zero, we've all had it, we've all done it, but they're putting the technology in their body, and in a way where I'm like, I'm not necessarily against it because, or like, I'm kind of open-minded to it because, you know, I've heard people talk about the chip, right? The neural chip, right? Well, my dog has a chip, a microchip, you know, for GPS tracking. So I'm not necessarily against having a chip in that regard. Like, I like the Amazon idea of walking into a store, picking up some items, walking out, and it's just taken off my credit card. And you know what I'm saying? That's it. With that, I want to make the space a little more fun, a little more lighten up, man. You know, what are you smoking lately? What are you dabbing? You know?
I'm actually grabbing some Cali imports. I currently got some Tricadelics. It's Rainbow Z times papaya, so Zazaya. And then we got some Banana OG times Skittles, or the Z. So both of them are very fruity. They got some fucking very powerful, potent terps to pack behind them. And it takes a lot to get these up here. You know how hard it is to get stuff from Cali up to Canada? It's hard, bro. It is hard. And of course, I also got a jar of some toad venom that they dressed all in Pepe wrap. It's literally Pepe all across.
Hey, Pepe dab containers.
Yeah, we got the Pepe dabs up in here the day that Pepe popped. So that's perfect. I'm going to keep it sealed until it hits my target.
Besides that, what's some of your favorite use case of IP you've seen in the space that people have used with their PFPs and art?
Fashion publication. So if you want to dress your IP avatars in fashion, that is the way to do it. Filter yourself, get out there with what you're wearing, and publicize it. Publish your favorite clothing brands in your IP. Personify your IP. I like the lore that Safa and Yobs have going over at Clone Force. I'm super bullish on the stuff they're doing in the background. I'm also very bullish on gaming IP. So renting your character out to be played in a video game and earning income. Nifty League, great use case. And just simple art, obviously got to go with my Murakami flowers. Obviously, Murakami flowers, we actually do have a public Discord that was created by the community. Needs to be publicized more because we love to see all of the people that are bullish on Murakami coming into our Discord, just showing their physical merch, being out there with their flowers, their Murakami flower go walks. Love them. I still have my first one sealed. I got another one on the way. And look at my beautiful flower on YouTube, guys. It's the Kevin flower with ribbons on top.
I love it. Yo, Don't be shy down there in the audience. If you want to jump up in there to speak, hell, if you want to jump up on the stream with us, I'll give you the StreamYard link and you can jump in here with us.
Come on with it. Don't be shy.
Come on with it. We got 29 more minutes with my guy, but I'll keep going. You already know. Hit that request button. Tell me about Nifty League as I have somebody coming up.
So Nifty League is a project that came out, I believe, a couple years ago, and its use case is every character was customized at mint, so you can customize it as you please. And the background was what gave you the rares and determined the amount of their native token that you received back from renting your degen out. And that native token was on par with the USD, and it was paired with ETH. It's NFTL. At the time, they were working on being promoted for their metaverse coming out. There's 7 tribes. There's 6 that are publicized on the headboard, and each one had a different ability. So Alien would teleport, the cat was quicker, the Doge was kind of like Sonic, the frog had its extendable tongue, the monkey has a boomerang banana, and the human just throws bombs. He just drops bombs on you all day. It's kind of bad.
The art's dope, and there's an alien, so there's a theme here. My dude loves aliens. JLP, how are you today? Thanks for raising your hand, being so polite.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me speak and inviting me up. I got 2 questions. First question is, do you know of any upgrades, like what's gonna come with that chip that you got in your hand, as far as like future upgrades and stuff that's gonna be possible to be done with it?
As far as I know, the guy that's behind it, he's just like this one-man shop, and he was a hacker, and he actually started doing this back in 2015, it comes to find out. He is working on wallet integration, so that way it can be our pay method or wallet storage.
All right, and is that the only accessibility that's coming, or that's all he has for the moment?
In terms of the upgrades, it's pretty self-sufficient as it is. It stores your social links, and you're able to store passcodes for like your fob, so you can take your fob code and put it into your private folder. That way when you go to tap your lock at home, it activates and you just walk in. We've implemented the same tech in terms of cars as well. My good friend Russ Fox has it to start his Harley. And he's also implemented being able to use, he's the only guy I know that's somehow been able to use it as a pay method. And what I mean by pay method is like he stores crypto on it, and then he walks up to like a transit stop where you have to tap to pay, and he's the only guy to do it. And he won't give me the deeds, but he said that the dev will be putting that out in the coming months.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. Me personally, I probably would never do it because I don't want no chips inside of me. But my second question is, who do you really got? Like Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg? I feel as though Elon Musk will beat him, but I wonder if it's really gonna happen also. But who you got? Who you going for?
Okay, real talk. If Elon hits the gym and he puts 2% muscle on and loses the equal amount of body weight, and I mean this in the best way possible because I know this guy can do it, he will throw heavyweight hands like no tomorrow. It will be the greatest fight in history if this gets promoted. Dana White, if you're out there and you listen to this, I'm talking to you. You better put the greatest show on earth on in Las Vegas at the Octagon, just like he said. And That's all there is to it. If he's just got to hit the gym, even if it's a couple of weeks before the fight, as long as he hits the gym, he will knock him out. And the only way Zuck will win is by submission, because he's a lanky ass motherfucker.
You know, I tend to think it would be hilarious if Mark Zuckerberg is like a master martial artist and he just goes in there on some Bruce Lee stuff and like takes him out instantly.
Literally just comes in with the fastest hands that can be seen on television. I could see that. It's ironic that you mentioned Bruce Lee, because I have the same birthday as Bruce Lee, Jimi Hendrix, and Bill Nye the Science Guy. All three goats out there.
Yo, let's go.
That's dope. That's dope.
See, JLP, this is why we let everybody come up on the stage if they want to come up here and ask questions, or I'll just keep going, because everybody always has something new to ask and something that I don't ever think of, because I mean, I don't ever am like, oh, I would, yeah, maybe I would get a chip, maybe I wouldn't. But I think it was good that you asked about like who really did it. You know what I mean? Like, was it a wooden box at first? You know what I mean? Like, do you have to get a software update from time to time, Cody?
Yes. So I think it's a once a year thing that I do an update.
Wow, just once a year. That's really cool. And like, I guess it's like software, firmware, right? Like all this.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a firmware update.
So, like you said you're in Canada.
Yeah.
Where in Canada again?
Vancouver, British Columbia. It's the most beautiful province of the country.
Are you a poutine fan? Did I say it right? God, did I butcher it?
It's poutine. But we call it poutine. Like those that can only speak English, we call it poutine. Yeah. And those that are bilingual or just from Montreal, they call it poutine. They got to have that little finesse to it.
Okay, we had a guest on here, Vansel. Shout out Vansel. And I didn't get to ask him this, even though I had the question written out. When is the best time to eat that dish? When are you eating that? What time of the day? Is it a certain circumstance that you're eating it?
God, there never really is a bad time to eat poutine, to be honest.
Yeah.
First day, if you are hungover and you got some leftover fries and an air fryer and you got cheese curds and the gravy, 5 minutes is all it takes. You got fresh poutine and you can throw whatever you want in it. You can throw smoked meat, you can throw gyro meat, or I guess we would call it donairs. We throw that shit in there. You can throw your own kind of dressings in there. I've done a taco poutine before. That one was slapping. Just swap the gravy out for the taco sauce.
I love this. This is okay. So, like in the States, right? In upper state New York, they have these things called garbage plates, right?
Okay.
And then, like, where I'm from in Virginia, we have this thing like called hash, like where we'll just take like onions, peppers, like potatoes. We'll just like put it all up in there. Like,
oh, we got our hash up here too. We got both the hashes.
Yeah. What's like? Again, what's your daily? I want to know what's your daily routine like when you leave the house, like, and you have this NFC chip and you're going around. What are you doing?
So when
you were getting coffee last we spoke and smoking a cig.
Yeah. So when I go to grab my coffee, I go and I lock the house. I'll tap the door, and the system automatically just locks it, and that doesn't require my NFC tap. It's just literally poking the screen and it'll lock. And then I leave. I go to my Starbucks. I got my regular wallet, which I'll just pay with my card because I don't have the freaking pay tap thing yet. God damn it, Russ. But
update, tell me.
The update he said should be around for Christmas.
How many people have this in your hand like you?
I would say there are over 2,000 for sure, because that milestone was hit before I got my chip, and that's globally. And I would imagine he's done a few more since, so throw another 1,000 on there.
Wow, so you definitely got the OG roll there in the Discord.
Yeah, exactly. OG status.
Okay. If you're, Lord forbid, right? You're working construction, right? Something falls, hits your hand, smashes it. You're gonna have to get it. Is there insurance on this thing? Is there a warranty?
It's kind of like, I mean, yes and no. There's insurance of getting it replaced, but you just pay $100.
Oh, they just because I'm like pacemakers can get replaced.
Oh yes,
Like,
but
am I thinking of it wrong? Thinking of it like a miniature pacemaker? Because that's what I've been thinking the whole time. Everybody, I've been thinking that Cody has like a little mini pacemaker in his hand.
think of a Q-tip head.
Okay.
And it's super thin, like a grain of rice. Think of it as literally the size of a grain of rice. That's all there is to it.
Oh, okay. So it looks bigger in the photo than it actually is in your hand, just because.
Yeah, just because I'm flexing my hand to push it out.
It's wild. Like I feel like it's so much more like less intrusive than or like just so different than tattoos, you know? And I'm like, Jay, if you could find a picture of, again, what's your the guy's name again?
Russ Fox.
Russ Fox. Jay, if you could find a picture of Russ Fox, please, and pull him up on the video stream. It's incredible. Like body modification, people go through a lot. And I was thinking about this. I was like sitting there thinking about this. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing it right now on stream, I think, but in like a different way, right? Like, look, Jay pulled him up. This guy is incredible looking. He put
this guy is one handsome bastard. I tell you what, he's got glow in the dark tattoos on his head. So one side of his head is completely tattooed with glow in the dark ink. And he's got obviously contacts to swap out all the time. That jewelry that's in his ear, he made that himself. And yeah, super awesome dude. And
he looks like a Diablo 4 character, y'all. And he would probably love that, right?
Honestly, yeah,
he would probably fucking love it. Like, and yeah. Cody and I talked about this before about Russ. We gotta get him on the show, please, Cody. I gotta get him on the show because he's out touring right now, doing suspension tours with people, doing suspensions. I don't know if you know what that is. It's when people like hang people by hooks. I'm not into it. I'm into like necessarily like, like talking to people like this. You know what I mean? Like, he's got horns in his head. Is that like pieces of metal, like cones, or is it silicone cones? Right?
He's definitely ready for the future. I'll tell you that.
Right, JLP. So, like, if you're watching the video stream right now and you saw a video I put out about this Twitter Spaces, I had my Clone X filter on. Right? Jay is full VRM. Okay. And people always ask me, again, full disclosure, I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any because my mind changes a lot. I feel like I would get different tattoos. I don't like necessarily pain, but I am technically bottom modifying myself right now by using this filter. You know what I mean? And we're so hyped about the new, Apple Vision that's coming out. I mean, that's like a new way of people changing. I still love putting on wash off tattoos. And Jay has a question, I believe. I got a ping. Jay, yes.
Oh no, I was just wondering, maybe a stupid question, but like, do you use your phone with your right hand? And does it like scan your hand accidentally? Like, cause the reason why I ask is because when I'm wearing the Artifact hoodie or the t-shirts, right, I'll like put my phone in my purse and then out of nowhere I'll put my phone on and there's like 4 notifications. That's like, oh, you're trying to access his website.
Yes, I have had that happen, and I've now disabled my NFC reader on the phone, and then I just download the app and do it that way.
That's such a good question, Jay.
I love that question because my God, I love my Artifact hoodie. It's literally right here. I got my shit rocking all the time, daily, and I still don't have a clone. But all right, getting there.
Grab the Artifact hoodie for me right there on the stream, right there. Go down to the bottom left corner of the front where the chip is, and explain to us how different that chip is from the chip that's inside your hand.
So the chip that's in this is already fast-tracked to be a one-link option. So it's literally a single link that takes you to the Artifact website, and their website UI ends up directing you to the OpenSea pairing and says, this is your sweater, and that you bought this, and that this is certified as authentic by Artifact and Nike, which is a huge thing for fashion people out there in general, because with the upcoming Air Force One drop, you don't got to question your authenticity if you've kept the NFT since you forged, or if you are buying the NFT already paired to the shoe. That is also a key thing, because there are people out there that haven't paired it, but you can still buy a pairing on OpenSea. And same with CIRL. They're another NFC pairing where when you go to tap on them, you're going to be able to see your shoe and your forge certificate saying, yes, this is the shoe that you forged with us on this day. And it's pretty, I love this technology, because at the end of the day, I want to see jewelry companies doing this. Like I want to see Rolex eventually implementing certificate of authenticities with NFCs being in the watch, like under the wrist bracket. It's that simple. They just got to get there.
Go ahead, JLP, fire off, brother.
All right, what I'm about to say is probably like super futuristic and far out there, but wouldn't it be unique? I'm also probably gonna throw out like a super great idea, but wouldn't it be unique if you make like a special contact that goes with that chip in your hand, to the point where if you see another person with the same contact, the same chip, y'all could see each other as your actual avatar or NFT, without any type of goggles or, you know what I mean, any type of other technology. All you need is that contact and your chip.
So like as easy as a fist bump, and if they have the chip, it vibrates or something like that?
No, like for instance, I got my chip, right? I got my contact that's specially active with this chip, and then you got the same thing as well, and you have your special NFT activated as your avatar. Like I would literally see you as your avatar because of the contact that I have, and the chips that we own are connected to the
Oh, you're
space.
thinking contact lenses. Yes,
like a hologram, like a hologram skin.
I think that could be done with Neuralink. Neuralink and the set of and what you're talking about right there, that could be possible, because if they put a specific algorithm to be outputted into your brain and it generates a visual effect, that could be a plausible item.
I was going to follow up with like, I totally understand what JLP's thinking right now. Like to a degree, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking like, your chip in your hand is like a QR code, right? Like if I put my phone up and my phone detects you, and then it's like, oh, whoa, there's the other Cody Hartley, like the metaverse Cody Hartley, like how Jay is full body VRM right now in the stream.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And, a question actually, what I got thinking right there when you were talking about jewelry, and I actually bring this up a lot to people about, the chips, right? I'm like, yo, you see those videos where people put the diamond tester and they're like, you got a fake diamond.
Oh, it's fake. Oh, you got eyes.
What you saying? What's the difference between that and, diamonds, I guess? Diamonds are always going to be diamonds, right? You're not going to be able to do that.
To it.
Good questions, because listen, there's somebody out there trying to bootleg this for sure. You know what I mean? Like, look at this space. The moment a good project, a solid project goes up, 3 seconds later, a derivative goes up. You know what I mean? Jay made fan art for Azuki, and they made a derivative off of it, rug pull, like within 24 hours the next day out of the Discord. And this is way back when we didn't even know anything. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
That's wild. I didn't even know that happened. Like, what? My mind's blown right now. Like,
I know.
Oh.
That's why I'm also bullish on the space with the whole ownership. You know what I mean? The whole blockchain technology, the whole yeah, okay. We if you're just joining in, he was showing us his artifact hoodie. He was showing us how you can scan it, and also I wanted to go further in there. You said that it's a single link NFC chip. Okay, how many different kinds of NFC chips are there? Like, I'm super naive, man. Talk to me like I'm 4.
There's for it. Your NFC can be created at home if you really wanted to. But at this point, there's, as far as I know, they're endless because they all started with one, with where it's just literally one interaction to another, and then they increase that to being, okay, how many interactions can we put on it? 2, 3, 4, 5. So that alone was one chip. And then someone took it further and said, okay, now it needs to be able to hold not just this technology, but it needs to be compatible with this technology. So like Samsung Smart Home, it needs to be compatible with that. So they took bits and pieces of a fob that hold the genetic code to the smart home and built this NFC with that in mind. So that's 2 separate use cases right there that they had to put into this one chip with code.
So there's people have patents for this stuff, I assume.
Yes, it's patents.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. And you said like the one guy was doing it since 2015.
Yep, that's right.
Wow. Jay, you had something you wanted to ask or add?
Well, so like you have one chip in your hand. When you like at the present moment, are you like looking in the future? You're gonna be like more and more bionic, like you're gonna like switch out your fingers, switch out your eyeballs if you can, or is it just like this is just like a one-time thing? You might do it, you might not. Like, how do you see the future of this like bionic technology?
I would say that if my vision goes to deteriorate, and I have eventually choose that, my vision isn't good enough for me and I want to improve it. And sure, there might be glasses and whatnot, but there are also things that I could leave or break or be forgotten with, that I feel that it's a tough question because there will be bionic implants in the future. We've already kind of seen that with amputees and such. I feel it would have to be a very disastrous situation for me to say, yes, I want to swap my leg out for a bionic one, or I want to swap my arms out for a bionic pair of arms or something like that. This was definitely one of those one-time things where I could see the daily use case of it and be like, I just want to forget about losing keys forever and be done with it and promote myself in a more productive and technological manner.
Does your house have like an analog key?
It has both analog and it has digital.
Oh, thank God.
Day with the killer questions today. This is why I got to give her the mic more often. Yo, I see that some new people joined us. Don't be afraid. If you want to come up, request up. I got 6 more minutes with our guests. Remember, I always try to keep it focused for the hour. I'm sorry I'm asking if anybody wants to come up and speak, because I just think it's fascinating that Cody has taken this step, you know what I'm saying, to do this.
Hey, between Boo and Cody, have y'all seen the post that Elon Musk put up about the cat girls? The
JLP, I would go further into Elon and Mark, but I want to keep it focused on Cody, okay? Cody is already doing an incredible job. Listen, because one of the things is, I don't think, if you're not watching the YouTube stream, one thing that is like a lot that I ask of my guests because of Twitter Spaces, Elon, actually, I'll tie it into your point about Elon there. If Elon can make Twitter Spaces desktop friendly, we could all build this space a little better. Straight up.
We definitely need that. I'm surprised that hasn't been done already.
Right? That's straight hundreds all day.
Let's talk about that, because I want to tell you right now, JLP, I'm on my phone, okay? I'm looking at Cody and Jay on my laptop, and I have that muted, okay? Jay's upstairs. She got 5 screens out. We did all this, rigged up. We got 7 screens we're working in the studio right now. We're not buying a Rotocaster, and we're not doing all that stuff. We're going to keep it cowboy out here because this space changes up so much. Look, the space was rugged literally like 10 minutes before we came up here. Elon needs to get that stuff together. I want to keep it a little more fun, though. I don't know if maybe I'll say this every Spaces, but man, Jay and I always get a burger after the space. If you're having a burger with me, Cody, what kind of burger are you eating, my brother?
Oh, man. I would have to take you to DL Chicken for their best chicken burger in the city. It's literally one ginormous, boneless chicken breast on a fucking bun with your old school lettuce, pickles, mac sauce, or they call it DL sauce. But I would be going to DL Chicken right now.
What's it stand for?
What's that, sorry?
What's DL stand for?
Down low, because they are the most down low chicken shack out there. They're so underrated. They're so underrated. I'm telling you. And they got 5 levels of spice. And if you like your baked beans or like your old school barbecue type sides, they got them.
Is Jay pulling it up on the stream right now?
Yeah, she is right now. I'm looking at it
gosh.
and I'm like, I want that burger right there. I want that.
Oh, that's a lot of chicken, my dude. Look,
It's
there's
a
an
lot of
egg,
chicken.
fried egg. You have Jay there. She's over that. She's all over that.
Yeah, that's the DL classic carnivore style.
By the way, everybody, he answered that question immaculately by starting off with, I'm going to take you here, boo. You know what I mean? He wasn't like just looking out for himself. He's like, I'm going to take you out here. Hell yeah. Jay and I need to get up to Canada. Canada seems like super friendly with crypto. Do you think that's the reason why there's a lot of people within the space that are from Canada?
I would say yes, but also there's a lot of clash in Canada about crypto. Our government basically is in the process of putting regulations out there, but they want to remove the meaning of crypto in the first place and make it their own. And that's not going to happen. That's why you see exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, both pulled out of Canada in the last 60 days. And it's only going to get worse from there for Canada, but it's going to remain bullish globally as a whole. And that's what I think the citizens believe in. And also, we also like making money. So a lot of us day trade it.
Yeah.
Cody, just to ask real quick, I apologize. How long have you been in the space, and what exactly attracted you to the space mostly?
I've been in the space since the beginning of 2020. I want to say 2021. 2020, 2021, right around there. I got in there through, ironically, Shiba Coin. I ended up buying Shiba hella early. Sold, faded a bag, bought some more, faded another bag. And then I said, I want to see what's all about these new NFTs, because some people are selling them for hundreds of thousands of dollars and they have no utility. Why? Is it the art? Is it? And sure enough, a lot of them are the art. And there's my beautiful Metashima collection as well on YouTube with my Murakami flower. I rock my 1 out of 36 glass, full-bodied Metashima is my PAFP nowadays. I got in, honestly, because I just wanted to explore. I wanted to see what new technology was out there in terms of, like, if there's people selling these items and they're bringing use cases to all of us, then why don't I buy a few? Find some benefit for myself. Access passes. That was kind of what I was looking for in the beginning, like, access passes to IRL events, and that wasn't necessarily out there yet. So I said, okay, I'll just sit back and I'll wait for it.
JLP, stop by anytime. You asked some really good questions, my dude. With that, we're at the top of the show. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. I want to give Cody the second to last word before I read us out here. I thank everybody that came in here, Demi, Six, Ad Mayo, Skidley. God, Skidley, you've been a supporter from fucking episode 0, my dude. We love you for that. And we will always...
The man.
Skidley,
Mayo, the other man, my brother from another mother. I tell you, it's good to see you guys in here. Demi, thanks for listening. JLP, appreciate you. And 6. I think that's all. Literally, that's all I see is the number 6.
Oh, you got it right. 6 is a great one. Check him out. Check out his late night spaces. He's got great spaces. Demi hosts spaces. His spaces are incredible. Check him out. Give all these people a follow, man. Like, honestly, Cody's an incredible community member, but he's also more than that. And I hope this space highlighted that. You know what I mean? So I guess with that, y'all, we're at that. 6 is coming up. We'll go a little longer. Oh, wait. Oh, and he's gone.
Poof, he gone.
Oh my gosh, I hit accept. Well, he's back. Add as a speaker. 6, come on up. Are you out in the T-Rex? Out in the T-Rex whipping it up, 3-wheeling it today.
It's connecting. Oh, there he is.
Yo, 6, what's good?
Boo, what's happening? Cody, what's going on? Web3 motherfucker with Boo, man. What's going on, man? Great show, bro. I feel like people is full of shit. They should have been here. I feel like, I'm always gonna keep it 100. How the fuck do we know so many people and people? That's the problem with Web3. Always want to cry about supporting, but nobody want to support. It's only supporting when it's beneficial for them. You had a great show, bro. I also checked you out on the YouTube. Keep doing your thing. It's dope. For the guy, Cody, that's you that got the NFC chip on your hand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's me.
And listen, regardless of what I think about it, it's dope, bro. I like new shit. It is what it is. What some people gonna like it, some people gonna hate it, but you just gotta respect somebody actually doing what the fuck they want to do. I love it. I support that, man. Free thinkers. That's
that, bro.
Technology is gonna keep moving forward, bro. That's the thing. I don't know about getting rid of a leg or an arm for a bionic one. I think I'm already a superhero. So I'm gonna pass on that, but I'm gonna support y'all up on the bench. I'm gonna be rooting for y'all. Whoever got a strong ass leg, just fuck it. Just don't kick nobody with that motherfucker. You be all right.
Yeah,
Yo, 6.
Kicking them, they're gonna end up in the 16th century.
Yo, 6, we appreciate you and all that you do for real. 6 keeps it 100. Also, it's just hard to be jumping on all the stages. It's like, it reminds me of basketball, you know what I mean? But hey, 6, I got a question for you. Do you think Cody could flex this up in the club and like really, put the flex on him?
I want to come out. I want you to come and party with me one time. Yeah, if you don't flex it, I'm going to flex it. I'm gonna pop that shit like it's in my arm. I'm going. Do you see this? Like, I don't understand now, but touch it. Do you see? Oh yeah, it's like it's a fucking it's a conversation starter. Man.
It's
like
definitely a conversation starter. 110% a conversation starter. And whether or not they take it positively or negatively, the point is we got them to talk about it, and that's what matters.
Yeah, you just gotta say, girl, you see Matrix, you see Neo.
Yeah,
You put the bullet time on him.
Oh man, we're gonna come out with a good story. I'm a great motherfucker. Hey, I'm a great motherfucker to come out with. So we're gonna figure it out. When is the next in real life event you're going? We make sure we have a couple of drinks, and I'm gonna kidnap you for a little bit. I'm gonna take you to the club, man. Man, I'm gonna show you off. I'm sorry. You're not. I know you're not a prop. I know you're not but the world got to see it, man. We'll see what they think about it at the strip club.
Yeah, follow each other, connect, link up, and like I co-sign that. And we gotta get 6 on here. See, that energy's crazy, yo. It's crazy. We love you for that. Be out there safe, riding around 6. Here, let me shut it on down, everybody. We appreciate y'all for coming. We love y'all for coming. JLP, Demi, Ad Mayo again, X Skidley, Canoe S, and NFT Scout. By the way, Ad Mayo just got a package in the mail from a previous show. We give out our treats out here. You know what I'm saying? Always check us at the top of next week when we drop the next guest. I'm pumped for next week. They've been in the trenches. I'm pumped for it. I mean, with that, I got to pull up my outro music. We'll catch you next week, same day, same time, 6 p.m. ET, baby. We're about to go get some burgers with the neighbors and meet our neighbors. So let's rock it. We out. Web3.